Thomas Hoepker senses it. The split second, the instant that captures the moment and transforms photography into art.
To get the best, you always need time, a lot of time, and a lot of patience. And you have to deal with lots of failed attempts. That sometimes the moment you hope for isn't going to come. But sometimes you get lucky.
At this year's Photokina trade fair in Cologne, pictures from his 6-decade career are on display at the Leica Gallery. Leading periodicals such as Stern and Geo commissioned Hoepker to take pictures of people and landscapes all over the world. The images leave their mark, especially since nothing is manipulated.
I prefer to stay under cover, so to speak, and try not to be seen, just observing, standing somewhere in the corner and thinking this could become a picture if I'm lucky.
These photos were taken while he was still at school. His talent for composition was already evident. Soon he started working for major international publications. He took these pictures in 1970s East Germany. He was the first West German photographer to get permission.
This is Halle Neustadt. The only decoration visible at this not very attractive housing project was Erich Honecker. And on such a gloomy day, it kind of hits you in the gut. I also like this one because it shows how people found a niche for themselves. There was a big parade, marching in front, and these two hid away and cuddled a bit. She put on his hat. And that's how people found some space for themselves, to simply be human and not to be completely swallowed up by the state machine.
The trade fair also presents the latest advances in photographic equipment. Thomas Hoepker is also interested in new technologies. In 1989, he became the first German member of the renowned Magnum Photo Agency, and later was made president. One of Magnum's rules is to only depict reality. That's also his motto, whether working digitally or with film.
At the time, you'd think twice about a shot because there were only 36 pictures per roll of film. So we worked more sparingly. It was good training because you knew that the supply of film was not endless and you'd have to load a new roll of film. Or sometimes I'd forget the film at the hotel and I'd have to go back.
Hoepker's photo essays on Muhammad Ali were unrivaled. He went to the US several times in the 1960s, and no one else was able to get as close to the outspoken boxer. His most famous picture came by accident during a training session.
During the break, he saw us sitting in the dark and came up to us. He hadn't seen us at first, and he said, "Hi, how are you?" And I had my camera ready, and I shot 3 pictures.
His image of 9/11 also became famous. Thomas Hoepker is an old-school all-rounder, revered by young photographers too.
I've been wandering around the world for the past 40 years, always looking for something going on. You get an instinct for it. You see that there might be something there. Something might happen.
Now famous himself, Hoepker finds people taking his picture. But he still prefers to have his own finger on the button.